10 Things You Should Do Every Morning. There was a time in my life when mornings felt like punishment. The alarm clock was not a call to life, but a warning bell, a reminder that I had to leave the comfort of dreams and return to a world full of pressure, uncertainty, and endless noise. I'd reach for my phone, scroll mindlessly through social media, and rush through the motions of getting ready, already stressed, already late, already anxious. I lived like that for years, believing that chaos was just part of the package. But then one morning, amidst my habitual doom scrolling, I came across a video titled 10 Things You Should Do Every Morning Stoic Morning Routine. I don't know what made me click on it. Maybe I was desperate. Maybe I was ready. What I do know is that what followed changed me, not just my mornings, but my mindset, my energy, my life. The video presented a simple idea. Begin your day the way a Stoic would, not with panic, but with intention. Not by reacting to the world, but by preparing for it. The Stoics Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca didn't have smartphones or emails, but they faced inner battles just as fierce as ours. They believed in training the mind like a warrior trains the body. And what better time to train than first thing in the morning? So I tried it, one habit at a time. 1. Wake up early. Own the morning, own the day. The first suggestion was to wake up early. I was skeptical. I loved sleep. But I set my alarm for 5:30 a.m. not because I had to, but because I chose to, and in that choice was power. The first few days were rough, but then something happened. I began to feel like I had stolen a few sacred hours from time itself. While the world slept, I was awake, alive still, unbothered. There was no rush, no noise, no inbox full of demands, just me in the quiet. The Stoics spoke often of time, how precious and fleeting it is. It is not that we have a short time to live, Seneca wrote, but that we waste a lot of it. By waking early, I was reclaiming time I didn't even know I had lost. 2. Practice gratitude. See the gifts, not the gaps. Next came gratitude. Not just thinking about it, but naming 3 things I was grateful for every single morning. At first, it felt forced, like writing a grocery list. But over time, it became a ritual. Some mornings, it was something small. The softness of my blanket, the warmth of coffee, the chance to try again. Other mornings, it was deeper. The love of my family, the lessons from past failures, the fact that I'm still breathing. The Stoics taught that happiness is not found in getting more, but in needing less. By acknowledging the good already present in my life, I slowly trained my mind to stop chasing and start appreciating. 3. Deep breathing. Calm the storm within. The third habit was deep breathing. Just 5 minutes of silence, eyes closed, focusing only on my breath. At first it felt like a waste of time, but soon, I realized it was a detox for the mind. My thoughts were wild animals, always running, always growling, but breathing tamed them. It reminded me that I wasn't my anxiety, I wasn't my stress, I was the observer, not the chaos. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That power began with the breath. 4. Journaling. Write with purpose. Live with clarity. The fourth task was journaling, but not a diary of emotions. Stoic journaling is precise and purposeful. Every morning, I'd answer 3 questions. What is within my control today? What is outside my control? How will I respond with wisdom? This daily reflection brought unexpected clarity. I stopped trying to change things I couldn't control: traffic, weather, people's opinions, and instead focused on what I could: my attitude, my choices, my effort. It was in journaling that I began to really understand Stoicism. Life doesn't have to be perfect for us to be peaceful. Peace comes from accepting reality as it is and choosing our response. 5. Cold exposure. Build mental fortitude. Then came cold showers, a shock to both body and ego. The first one was miserable. I screamed, but I did it again the next day, and the day after. There was something almost spiritual about willingly stepping into discomfort. I wasn't doing it to punish myself. I was doing it to train myself. If I could conquer that first battle of the day, maybe I could conquer the rest. The Stoics believed in voluntary hardship. They wore simple clothes, slept on the floor, fasted so that they wouldn't grow soft. The cold taught me that comfort can be a cage. Sometimes we must choose difficulty to grow. 6. Positive self-talk. Rewire your inner voice. After the shower, I'd stand in front of the mirror and speak gently to myself. Not lies, not ego, but affirmations rooted in truth. You are resilient. You are calm. You are in control of your choices. Over time, these words rewrote the voice inside my head, the one that used to only criticize. The Stoics were big on inner dialogue. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By changing my self-talk, I changed how I reacted to setbacks. 7. Read wisdom. Feed your mind before the world pollutes it. Instead of checking my phone or reading the news, I read a few lines of Stoic wisdom. Sometimes from meditations, sometimes from letters to Lucilius. One line would follow me like a compass for the day. I remember one in particular: the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. That quote alone helped me get through a painful job interview, a breakup, and a difficult conversation with my parents. 8. Move your body, energy, in motion. Next, I'd go for a walk or stretch for a few minutes. No headphones, no distractions, just me and my breath. Movement, I learned, wasn't just for health, it was for alignment. When I moved, my thoughts moved too. My energy, once sluggish, became fluid. My mind, once heavy, became lighter. Even the Stoics believed in caring for the body not for vanity, but for strength and endurance. A healthy body aids a virtuous mind, they said, and I felt that truth with every step. 9. Set priorities. Don't let the day hijack you. I then listed my 3 key priorities for the day. Not 10, not 20, just 3. These were my musts, the things that truly mattered. By doing this, I stopped being a slave to notifications, emails, and others' expectations. I wasn't reacting anymore. I was leading my day, not following it. Seneca once warned about people who are busy without purpose. It is not that we do too little, he wrote, but that we do too much of the wrong things. Setting priorities was my daily rebellion against busyness for busyness' sake. 10. Visualize challenges. Prepare for what could go wrong. The final habit was surprising. Visualized hardship. Each morning I'd close my eyes and imagine the day going wrong. A rude client, a traffic jam, a canceled meeting. This wasn't negative thinking. It was premeditatio malorum, the Stoic practice of preparing for adversity. When those things happened, and they often did, die, wasn't angry. I wasn't thrown off. I had already seen it coming, and because I was prepared, I remained calm. Marcus Aurelius did this every day. He would write to himself, "Today you will meet people who are selfish, ignorant, deceitful." But he didn't say it with hate. He said it with peace. Because when you expect a storm, you can carry an umbrella.